Welcome to another video, and today I'm gonna give you 50 Lotus tips and tricks. I'll give tips about the map mechanics, different agents, everything you need to know before you start playing Lotus competitive. Big thanks for everyone who submitted the trick in a Discord server. Really appreciate that, and the Battle Pass winners are 413X, Smooth and Shy Guitar. Congrats my friends, and if you got a cool trick, feel free to send them in the server and you might be the next winner. Now sit back, relax and enjoy. So let's start this video on B side. Did you ever notice that there's a small gap in the wall over there? Perfect to throw things through like a grenade or a flash of course. And alternatively, if you planted the spike over here for example, you could use this gap for some lineups. With Vipers stand on the right of the door that can break, aim in the middle of the flowing water, shoot your poison and easy for you. With Sage, if you want to be aggressive in the post plant, you could jump and place your wall on this box and then look over the leaves all the way to the drop of the defender spawn. You're pretty hidden for the enemy, so there's not a high chance that they will spot you first. And while we're on A side, if you play defender, you could also use this wall over there. It's a nice spot to watch enemies pushing 3. The only problem is that these leaves are made of solid rock. I mean, listen to this. Yeah, you can't shoot through these stone plants sadly, but it's a cool spot for info. But fun fact, do you want to see some Valorant logic? You see this orb? If you hear someone taking it, you can simply shoot with your Vandal or Phantom on this brick and your bullets go right through. Easy kills for you. I mean, look how thick this wall is, and it's made of paper while these plants are made of stone. Like what? Big brain Valorant logic. Anyway, here's a cool Viper trick. Try to plant a spike in the middle over here. After that, stand against the stairs and match the middle of your ultimate with the line of the iron circle thing. You see what I mean. When you cast your ulti, it will extend a little bit towards the defender spawn and you could just walk around the corner. Pretty OP, there's not a high chance that the enemies will check this. And when you hear the enemy defuse, peek and shoot your poison. Easy win. If someone activates a rotating door, it doesn't matter if it's a teammate or an enemy, you'll be able to see it on the minimap from anywhere on the map. Remember this mechanic, because this means that sometimes you don't even have to look at certain spots like 3, as long as you didn't see the door open. Now a cool cypher trick on C side. Before the round starts, stand a bit on the left of the entry. Aim at the corner, throw your cage and it will land on the ledge. And voila my friends, you've created a very nice one way to defend C. Cypher isn't the only agent who can use this trick, you also have the Viper poison. Good luck making those easy kills. Let's talk about this rotating door. There's an insane trick you can use. When you play Sage, place your wall parallel to the door. Jeez, a lot of peace in that sentence. But if the enemies are opening it, you could jump on the door and the enemies will probably not expect you there. So they slowly push out and you can make some nice kills. Just like simple bonsai. In theory, you could also use this trick with other agents with a jump, but if you use Jet for example, the enemies will hear you updraft and they will most likely check it. So this trick with Sage is the way to go. I think this next one is a glitch and it will probably get fixed soon, but I wanted to show it anyway. Before the round start, you won't be able to destroy this door, unless you stand against this wall underneath the 2 bricks, aim at the line and spray with your Odin. After the door is broken, sell your Odin and buy back your Vandal. Though I would not recommend to break this one, because I think it's in the defender side disadvantage. Now let's talk about the waterfall. There are some fun mechanics about this spot. If you stand on the other side and shoot through the right side of the waterfall, you won't be able to shoot through it with a Vandal or Phantom. But if you walk a little bit to the left, then suddenly you will be able to shoot through it. More Valorant logic for you. But anyway, this is pretty handy if you combine it with the Fade Octopus for example. Throw it over the waterfall, spot the enemies and easy kills for you. Alternatively, if you use a Sofa drone, it won't get over. Unless you use your drone against this box and then your drone will suddenly fly higher. Pretty handy in combination with your ultimate. Also, fun fact, the Jet won't be able to use a double updraft to look over, but she can updraft to the boxes and then do her updraft and then suddenly she flies higher. And from the other side, she only will be able to look over the waterfall if she uses a Sage wall. Pretty cool combo though. Enough about the waterfall, let's talk about the drop. If you run off the drop, of course you will make sound. This is not good of course, but what also isn't good is shift walking and then going off the drop like this. Of course you don't make sound, but what you have to know is that you could shift walk and it doesn't matter how fast you are shift walking, you don't make sound anyway. So just go my friends. And another cool mechanic is that you could use your Astra suck-in to go up the drop. I don't think it's that useful, but it's a cool mechanic to know. Here's a nice nanoswarm hiding spot with Killjoy on C. If you plant the spike in this corner, you could throw your nanoswarms on this box over here. As you see, if the enemy is standing on the platform, they won't be able to see the nanoswarms. And while we're on C side, here's the sneaky Acre the Dog red spot. Throw your Cypher cage over here, jump down, place your cam and hide behind this box. Then when you hear the enemies pushing, activate your cage of course and make some sneaky peeky kills. Of course, this one might seem a bit obvious, but in the end all the Acre the Dog lineups seem obvious, but they still work my friends, so try it out so now and then. If you want a trick that's a bit less obvious but you still want to make sneaky red kills, then this Viper trick is the trick for you. Simply stand over here and aim so that your wall goes straight through the corner. When you do that, you could chill over here and maybe some enemies won't see you. Shy Guitar got some nice kills with this trick. That's one easy kill and a few games later Nice. With Cypher, if you stand against this brick and then aim at the bottom of that brick, you could throw your cage and then you have a nice one-way. Pretty handy if the enemies are pushing A main. Now a very OP Sage wall. If you want to defend B side, place your wall diagonal like this. Now if the enemies want to rotate, they have to destroy 2 wall segments. But this is not the reason why this wall is so good. You see this gap over here? I bet a lot of enemies will jump on the box and try to jump over the wall. But this is not possible. So my friends, the only thing you have to do is stand on a safe spot and watch if the enemies are jumping on the box or not. Alternatively, you could also decide to plant a spike over here and then use the box to create a one-way. A sneaky way to play the post plant. Now Lotus bug that luckily got fixed, but I wanted to show it anyway. When the map just got released, Phoenix could clip inside the rotating wall. Luckily, this isn't possible anymore. No more cheating for you, Phoenix. A sort of bug that's still in the game, however, is this one. When you open the door, you could place your Cypher tripwire against the lever thing. As you see, it will extend through the door. I don't think it's that useful, but it's a cool bug-like thingy. And while we're here, let's talk about the tree. You could of course chill behind it and then the enemies might not check it. But if you want to take it to the next level, simply go to the corner, place your sage wall and then it will break. Unless you're crouching, my friends, then the sage wall will go up and you'll be harder to catch. Well played, Klop. Now a cool Yoru tricky. Simply stand against the barrier, aim at the right side of the pillar and use your gate crash. While we're following this ability, you have the time to subscribe if you like the video, of course. We're trying to reach more subscribers than Funny and Cute Kitten Cat, and with your help we might get it, my friends. Anyway, your gate crash will land in the attacker spawn, so you could go for a nice flank. As most of you guys know, I'm not very good with raised double jumps. But here are some spots you could use. From June, you could use a double jump towards the back of side. Pretty handy to avoid the enemies that are holding the side from here. When you play defender, you could use a triple jump towards middle. Maybe you can get some nice kills with this one. Or if you're really bad like me, just use one satchel to get on these boxes before the round starts. And then when the barriers are going down, use your ultimate, another satchel and easy kills for you. Of course, there are a lot more double jumps and I will show them in a future series maybe. Coming very soon. Now, it's time for a red Viper play again. On C side, stand in this corner and aim at the left of the waterfall. When you cast your ulti, it will go all the way around the side and you could jump down again just like the Acre the dog lineup and chill there. The enemies might not expect it. When you plant all the way in the corner, you could even stand down and wallbang if the enemies are defusing. A perfect ult for the post plant. And while we're talking about Viper, we had the C ultimate, we had the B ultimate. Now a good ulti for A side. This lineup is for when you plant the spike next to this box over here. Stand in the middle of this part and match the corner of your ultimate with the left wall. When you use your ulti, it will cover the spike and go around the wall so you have a small spot where you could stand in. Pretty handy. Just wait over here and when you hear the enemy defusing, use your poison and easy win. No way that the enemy will check this. This next trick might not be that useful, but it's cool if you can make a kill with it. First, plant the spike in this corner, go up and then use your wall over here. Now the only thing you have to do is pay attention to the defender spawn and when you hear the enemy defuses the spike, ping and then use your Odin to make some easy kills. It's a very risky trick, but hey, it's cool if you can make a kill with it. And while we're talking about Sage, here's an easy wall you could use to get up onto C side. Again, well played, Klop. Now a nice omen tricky. On A main, if you aim it just right, you could create a one-way. Perfect for if you want to push A main. Another thing you could do with omen is smoke on top of these boxes and then teleport on it. The enemies might think it's a one-way, so they just wait a little bit, but when it disappears, you can make some nice kills. A risky trick, but style points if you can pull it off. Now a cool post plant trick for KO. If you plant a spike over here, go to middle and hide behind this box. Now when the enemies are flanking you and pushing through mid, they will most likely not check it and you can make some nice kills. And when they don't push, aim at this corner, go a little bit down and do a jumping throw. Your molly will go through the roof exactly on the plant. Make sure to do it in time though, because there's a lot of travel time. Wanna be very risky? Then use your Cypher cage against the waterfall. Go around towards B main and when the barriers are going down, run to the corner, place your cam and then chill over there. When you hear the enemies coming, use your Cypher cage and maybe it will work out. You never know. You remember these stone plants where I talked about at the start of the video? Well, here's a way to shoot over them anyway. You need a teammate for it though. Instead of placing your wall at the drop, place your wall on top of these boxes. When you do this, your wall will get a bit higher so your teammate could jump on this wall, a jet for example, and then you'll be able to look over the stone plants. Easy peasy. And this is the end of the video. I hope you learned something. Feel free to subscribe and I see you guys in the next one. Peace.